Roach in here. We launched an extensive investigation into the contents of your desk, and I am happy to report. Have you ever heard of Panic at the Disco? Officer McCreary, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Covering these issues can be pretty depressing at times, but thankfully, some of our legislatures were able to lighten things up with the joys of dance. Here now to tell us about the hot new dance move that swept the 84th legislature, please welcome senior token conservative correspondent, Christian Young.
Everybody get up and do the band band. We got a real band going down. Come on, do the band band. Here's a chance, do your dance, do the band band. All right. Whoa, excuse me. Sorry.
Everybody get up.
There's the cue. Band band. We got a
real jam going down. Welcome to the
band band.
Here's your chance, do your dance at the
band band.
All right.
Christian, what the fuck are you doing? What's going on?
Josh, I'm sorry. I was enthralled in the throes of dance. Sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. The band band is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Excuse me. Okay.
Yeah.
So, the band is that new hot thing in the legislature this past session. Okay, the band is the new whip and the new name. Every cool guy in the legislature is doing the band. Even Greg Abbott is doing the band, and he's not much of a dancer. Because he was like raised Baptist or something.
But how do you actually do the band?
Oh, it's easy. Okay, step one, I want you all to repeat after me. Step one is find a band. All right, find a band.
Find a band.
Yeah, all right, then step three, ban it. All right, ban it. Yeah, oh, everybody do the band. Woo!
Christian, you skipped step two. What is step two?
Oh, nice. Step two is whatever. Don't worry about step two.
What?
Step two's fine. No big deal.
Okay, but
Don't worry about
what kind of bands are we talking about here?
Okay, it's a good question. I'm glad you asked. So you've got to get all of the elements for the band like exactly right, or it just doesn't work. So the first thing you got to do is you got to find a city that's run by liberals. And I'm talking about like actual liberals, like actual hairy armpit kind of liberals, like not like Dallas City Council kind of liberals, you know? So your choices are basically Denton, Austin, and pretty much Denton and Austin are your choices, yeah. So you find a city that's run by liberals that has banned something that you think is good. Preferably if they did this through the democratic process.
That sounds complicated. Can you give us an example?
Well, sure. So this past session in the 84th, we got to do the fracking band, and it was a doozy. Okay, so first the city, Denton, America, the Austin of North Texas, run by chacos wearing college kids, old hippies, and a coalition of bass players from crappy post-hardcore bands. Denton was the perfect town to start the band, okay? And then the band itself, okay? So Denton, last fall, said they didn't want hydraulic fracturing or fracking within their city limits. Okay, so they did this through the time-honored practice of direct democracy. Okay, they had public debates and forums, and they circulated petitions, and they gathered signatures, and eventually they had a referendum, and the ban passed with 60% of the vote. People in Denton said they didn't want fracking in their town because it's dangerous and pollutes the groundwater and lowers property values and causes earthquakes. Okay? So this was the perfect mix of town and band to do the band.
So had they tried doing this before?
They have, Josh. Back in the 83rd in 2013, they tried to ban Austin's bag ban. And it didn't quite work out. They got the steps were all messed up. They tripped over themselves, you know. Austin's way too close to the legislature. The environmental movement mobilized, killed the bill in committee, and Plus the plastic bag industry is not quite as financially potent as the oil and gas lobby, which accounted for 80% of campaign donations to Texas Railroad Commission incumbents in 2010. The blank stare you're giving me is because the Texas Railroad Commission is the regulatory agency that is over oil and gas contracts, because naming things is a thing that we are good at.
We do that a lot.
Yeah, we're great at naming stuff aptly. So they tried to do the ban, Josh, and it just didn't work out.
So this time with the fracking ban, though, they got it.
Oh, they crushed it, Josh, and how? House Bill 40, offered by 3 Republicans and 2 Democrats, because everyone likes to dance, am I right? Yeah?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah? Passed with 2/3 majority in both chambers of the legislature, so it was effective immediately when Greg Abbott signed it on May 18th. And let me tell you, Josh, House Bill 40 does not mess around. It states firmly and unequivocally that a municipality or other political subdivision may not enact or enforce an ordinance or other measure or an amendment or revision of an existing ordinance or other measure that bans, limits, or otherwise regulates an oil and gas operation within its boundaries or extraterritorial jurisdiction. Ha! You know what that means, Josh?
Not a clue.
It means they did the ban. Oh, everybody get up and do the ban.
Okay, Christian, wait. It seems like a total power grab from the legislature over the people of the city trying to make their own decisions.
Well, Josh, that's where step 2 comes in.
What's step 2?
Step 2 is, and I want y'all to repeat after me, step 2 is betray the conservative principles of limited government, local control that your constituents elected you into office to uphold in the first place. All right, y'all try. Betray the conservative principles of It's so bad they can't even say it. They can't even repeat it. It's so bad.
Why don't their constituents just vote them out of office?
Well, because of step 4, get reelected. Your ban is worthless if you don't get reelected.
But how do you get reelected if you do step 2 correctly and you betray your conservative principles?
Well, Josh, this issue really isn't that high priority for conservative voters. I'll be honest. Yeah, it kind of sucks to see a city get hosed when they try and do self-government or whatever, and it's really annoying when the anti-establishment conservatives that we liked so much on the campaign trail go to Austin and get seduced by the oil and gas lobby like every other dang politician, but honestly, it's just the cost of doing business.
You could, try voting for Democrats, Christian.
Oh, Josh! Oh, sweet child! Oh, Josh, you naive boy! No, we can't vote for Democrats. Not in good conscience, anyway. Not when they continue to try and expand abortion rights and trample on the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, Articles 1 through 5, and Amendments 1, 2, 7, 9, 10, 14. Oh, goodness. Plus, they kind of haven't really been courting our vote a lot lately. I'll be honest. For the past few years, it's just seemed like all I hear from them is I'm intolerant, racist, homophobic, anti-gay, anti-Muslim, xenophobic, anti-immigrant, backward, uneducated, bigot who's on the wrong side of history, whatever that means.
Maybe it's just the National Party?
Even if it was, I don't think open hostility is a really great course of action to try and persuade people that your cause is just. And, the Texas Democrats aren't really any better. They're weak and totally ineffective. They have to write their party platform statements in conservative language to even try and appeal to Texas voters. So it's like going to prom, Republicans take us to a nice dinner, tell us we're special, tell us we're pretty, and then, sometimes they'll dance with the rich girls at the dance and whatever, but at least they're not like the Democrats who call us fat and take a dump in our dad's convertible.
Okay.